Hello Internet, I'm your mate, and it's time for a death battle between two dogs. This time we have Scooby Doo versus Courage the Cowardly Dog. Now, as I should say with all my reaction videos, please click the link in the description below to go watch the actual episode itself before watching mine or anyone's reactions. Don't be a dick, support the official release. And real quick, I don't have my light on at the moment because dumbass here forgot to keep the camera plugged in. So, camera was getting on low battery, and I decided I'd rather have this than no footage. Or having to wait ages to just watch a damn death battle. Real quick, I do want to address why I didn't post a reaction to Gojo vs. Makima. And that was because, well, one, when it came out, I was at my brother's wedding, and my brother's wedding kind of takes priority over watching a death battle. And by the time I finally got around to watching it, I did record a reaction, but honestly, I think it just came out crap. And if I just don't think the video is any good, then I'm just not going to post it. So, yeah, just wanted to throw that out there. But anyway, on to this episode. How do I know these two? Well, I watched both these shows when I was quite young. I might not remember, like, tons of them, because, again, I was, like, really, really young. I remember more Scooby Doo stuff than I do Courage. Plus, Scooby also had, like, animated movies, had the 2 live-action movies from the early 2000s. I didn't watch the 2 live-action, like, TV movies from, like, like 2010s, I think it's about the time frame. I did watch a video on them, and yeah, glad I didn't watch them. But yeah, I know a decent amount about these two. Not everything, but a decent amount. Now, as for who I think is going to win, I honestly don't really know. Like, on Lads I said Courage, but who knows? Like, with how much longer Scooby has been around and how many more, like, shows, reboots, and like, various other things that he's had, I wouldn't be surprised if there's something in all of them which just blows Courage out of the water. But at the same time, I like both of them, so, like, whoever wins, like, I'm okay with it. Also, I'm just looking forward to the fight because it is hand-drawn by Luis, and this is the first time he's done a hand-drawn fight by himself, or at least this time he has a team, since Jack vs. Afro. So, just that prospect alone has got me looking forward to it.
Scooby Doo, the miraculous mutt from Mystery Incorporated. Courage, the cowardly dog, straight out of nowhere. Canis familiarity.
I still can't believe this matchup is actually happening.
No animal companion has stood by humanity's side as long or as loyally. Even, and maybe especially, these 2 yellow-bellied, lily-livered scaredy cats. Or dogs. He's my boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Throughout the ages, countless philosophers have posited the same question time and time again. Scooby Dooby Doo, where are you? Pretty much everywhere. From cartoons to comics, from video games to board games, from live theater to the most incredible major motion picture of all time. He's the greatest Dane since Hamlet. But his monumental
okay, I like that.
Culture belies his humble origins. Born to Momsy and Dada Doo in Doosville, USA.
Doosville ain't what it used to be ever since they moved all those manufacturing jobs to Bangladesh.
The young Scoobert was adopted by the Rogers family and their prodigal gluttonous...
I actually did not know that part of Scooby's origin.
...friends as Shaggy.
Those friends being Velma Dinkley, Daphne Blake, Fred Jones, and sometimes...
With their powers
He has such a big head in that movie.
A cadre of snot-nosed teenagers traveling the Nixon-era United States in a cushed-up Volkswagen, foiling seemingly paranormal crimes and unmasking corrupt authority figures.
All of whom definitely would have gotten away with it too.
If it weren't for those meddling kids.
And their dog.
Scooby is indispensable in Mystery Inc. investigations. Great Danes were bred by 17th century German nobility to hunt.
I'm just gonna throw this out there. If it were a battle purely of, like, the dog breed, Scooby would absolutely win. He's a Great Dane. I'm pretty sure a Great Dane could kill a beagle.
Hammerhunda, or chamber dogs, because they stay in their prince's chambers and protect them from assassins. Such brave, fearless doggos.
Too bad for Shaggy and the gang, the apple didn't just fall far from the tree, it defied the laws of Newtonian physics and rocketed into space at the speed of light. Because Scooby is an absolute coward.
He's terrified of his own shadow and constantly
Yeah.
anxious about everything
I
about
mean, hey, he comes through in the end.
Only motivation is his delicious Scooby snacks.
Which makes it so
Hey.
baffling that he's actually...
Food can be a good motivator.
Scooby's a master of the dupe, a classic technique of cartoon tricksters.
sometimes called the power of positive assertion. Scooby flexes his mastery of disguise to fool would-be attackers, like seducing zombies as a belly dancer, or tricking a jester into entering an existential crisis.
This man was so thoroughly convinced to rethink his entire life, he went all the way home and got into bed before realizing he...
Hey, wait a minute.
Disguises shouldn't work at all, but Scooby's just so supernaturally talented, they just do. See, this is a perfect example. No one in their right mind would think that
That's actually Boomstick's mother, isn't it?
Awful wig and makeup.
That's my mom.
I'm so sorry, ma'am. If those disguises sound
I was hoping she would
completely
speak. I was
impossible,
hoping to
that's
hear
because
Bob.
They are. You might have thought of the Scooby Doo series as being pretty grounded with all its men in masks, but then
Oh no, they sometimes get supernatural with it.
masks did not come off.
That's right.
Imagine if just in that clip, Fred just ripped his head off.
Started being real, and Scooby became just as bonkers to match. Like, remember those Scooby snacks? They started to give him a physical boost in strength, kind of like Popeye's spinach.
I was about to make that same comparison.
Shaggy's brilliant uncle, Albert Shackleford, upgraded those snacks with nanite technology, giving them a variety of different effects. Everything from invisibility, robotic armor, force field, super intelligence, and
Yeah.
Panther!
Yeah, nano
Huh.
machines, dog. Just getting started. He can stretch and squash his body any way he likes, even duplicating himself or regenerating from damage.
Like being chopped into pieces, crumbling into dust, or just blowing up.
His soul was literally scared out of his body, and both his body and soul kept going at the same time. That doesn't make sense.
He can appear in multiple places.
Toon Force in a nutshell.
The laws of gravity.
Well,
rewind time with his time scepter or super
Bit more than that, but
draw things into existence and mess with the plot of his own show.
Things getting a little too spooky for him? He'll just cut to commercial break.
He's also got weapons like the Super Spooker 3000, a gun that instills fear into the hearts of man.
And then not like an actual gun, it literally shoots fear.
Or the Chest of Demons, an ark containing 13 monstrous ghosts.
Ghosts!
Should you be trapped within its grasp, your body and soul will be imprisoned in everlasting torment.
I don't know most of these things.
10th circle of hell.
Neat! Scooby Doo has dodged laser beams and electromagnetic waves, survived being at the epicenter of an explosion that blew up time, and successfully
Jesus.
performed the Zabriskie Triangle with Shaggy and Maddie Ziegler.
The Zabriskie Triangle is a dance.
I think I remember hearing about this
that
from
even
Robuscus and the like.
executions have caused widespread destruction.
When performed perfectly, it was so beautiful it literally lit up the entire universe and blew up the enormous snow globe containing it. It
Jesus.
makes sense if you watch the show. Actually, no, it doesn't.
Taking this literally, we can measure the volume of the broken glass compared to the size of our entire cosmos within it. In order to shatter what is essentially an enormous glass superstructure, each dancer would have to be generating enough energy to destroy our universe 11 quintillion times over.
Oh my god.
Maddie Ziegler is a universe buster.
With Scooby-Doo as their nigh omnipotent mascot, Mystery Incorporated has saved the world from alien invasions, wielded the power of a yellow lantern ring, and was even made a member of the Mystery Analysts of Gotham by Batman himself.
Yes,
Huh.
Batman, the world's greatest detective, recognizes Scooby's skills.
Even facing down and defeating the evil entity, an eldritch dark god, and surviving its death, which rewrote all of reality. Yeah, You know, the talking dog that crossed over with the Harlem Globetrotters and Don Knotts defeated Satan. No biggie.
So, where is Scooby Doo? He's solving mysteries and saving
Scooby
the
gets
world with
wackier than you'd
candy.
expect.
Also, he's an alien.
Wait, what?
Okay, no, seriously, what?
We
Like,
interrupt this program to
I remember
bring you
hearing that once in like some
dog show starring
in some
Courage
video and
the
was
Cowardly
like,
Dog.
Abandoned as a pup, he was found by me,
hoping
who
they'll
lives in
elaborate
the
on
middle of
that, but-
nowhere with her husband, Eustace Bag.
But creepy stuff happens in nowhere.
I love how it's just it's just the opening of the show.
Wiz, you made me look bad. Ooga booga booga.
You're breathing on me. Get away.
Sorry. But who wouldn't be excited for one of animation's mightiest mutts?
Courage is an adorable pink beagle with a heart of gold. And
I love how both their backgrounds say they're friends with each other.
Beagles are hair hunters with intense separation anxiety, excellent senses of smell, and a set of lungs that'll knock your socks off. All of which fits Courage to a T, especially the howling part.
To be fair,
Oh, yeah.
Courage
Oh,
has
Jesus,
a
imagine if
howl about
Courage was a
it.
husky.
USA is a magnet for interdimensional weirdness, attracting some of the strangest freaks in the world.
Like master criminals, cats, and LaQuack.
I'll be honest, my favorite was always that guy who would say, "Watch where you're going, you fool!"
Gods and goddesses, aliens, robots, alien robots, this chicken, the king of flan, and of course, the United States government.
And poor Courage is absolutely terrified of all of it. But his devotion to Muriel means he'll always...
To be fair, with all the shit that goes on in his life, I don't blame him.
He's kind of a genius. He's a brilliant engineer capable of whipping up the most devious of traps almost instantly. And he's got an unending supply of tools at his disposal.
Everything from his trusty mallet to grappling hooks, ray guns, flamethrowers, chainsaws, bombs, beagle-sized cannons, yo-yos, a mind control...
I love how it just added and much, much more.
And the God Bone.
An ancient artifact that is completely irresistible to any mortal dog, forcing them to lick it until they die.
Except for Courage,
Jesus.
of course. I guess if you have the willpower to stare down a gigantic purple foot mobster, you can resist even the most delicious of treats.
And he can pull all of this stuff out of his ass anytime he
Some of
wants.
these I remember, others I don't, and it's just like, wait,
All
what?
thanks to
Because
his
remember, I was
computer
like,
computer.
I don't even remember how
CGP
old when I last
software
watched
knows
Courage.
Almost anything and everything, even if he has a bit of an attitude about it.
Which means he's always prepared, especially when he can shapeshift his body into literally anything he can think of.
From inanimate objects to monsters to different animation mediums entirely, Courage usually uses this as a form of charades to communicate with others, but don't get it twisted. These aren't just visual animation gags. His body is actually shapeshifting.
Courage's body is a canvas upon which his imagination runs wild. He can stretch to crazy lengths, shrink to microscopic sizes, turn invisible, appear anywhere he wants.
The same as Scooby.
He's also effectively immune to damage. Oh, he still feels pain, but apparently his sheer terror overrides it.
Like the times he tore himself in half or turned himself fully inside out. The dude somehow vaporized his entire body completely
And just
without
came
even
back.
ash remaining, and he just popped back good as new.
Classic cartoon shenanigans, but technically anatomically correct. Until it isn't. Courage can create objects from his imagination and often breaks the fourth wall, directly addressing the audience.
Now, you would think being an impossible-to-kill force of nature would boost his confidence a bit, but isn't that what anxiety does to you? It undermines your sense of self-worth and magnifies the problems around you.
Sure, but Courage is also fighting gods just as powerful as himself. Like this enormous alien which could spike meteors so hard it spun the Earth 1,000 years into the future. That's crazy.
Jesus Christ.
Courage got shot out of a cannon that punched him through the moon, only to get slapped by that same alien and sent crashing back to the planet. And he was fine.
Courage is strong enough to physically patch up holes in the ozone layer, hold stars
Wow.
in his hands, and scream so loud he shatters.
I have seen that clip recently. Sean brought it up.
Hit with over 100 septillion hydrogen bombs all at once, which is, you know, a lot.
And keep in mind, the sound waves of his scream would have had to travel through the near vacuum of space. Basically, a complete scientific impossibility.
Next time you replace my beers in the fridge with LaCroix, I'm getting my boy Jack Spaniels to blow up the sun. You've been warned.
That's
Just
not all.
slowly
One time
backing
he
away.
operated a Peloton controlling a UFO and pedaled it fast enough to fly past Saturn, enter hyperspace, and cross the Milky Way galaxy.
Though Courage's greatest challenge came from inside his very home. A monster who tortures his poor pooch every single day. A depraved, psychotic motherfucker. The true Prince of Darkness. The greatest villain in cartoon history. Eustace.
He even collected all of Courage's greatest foes like a Legion of Doom, all to mercilessly beat Courage to a pulp.
Eustace is a
game
prick.
Of dodgeball.
He gives all rednecks a bad name, Wiz. I want to end him. Low.
Okay, well, Courage's accumulated PTSD always held him back until he met a kindred spirit, another cowardly monster-hunting hound, Scooby Doo.
Oh yeah, I remember him.
Together, they discovered the source of
oh yeah, I remember him.
weirdness, a dark matter meteor that controlled reality itself.
Originally, the meteor that wiped out the dinosaurs.
I did watch this crossover, by the way. It was like a watch party with Richard Proboscis and Turok and the like.
For himself, Courage finally faced his fears, defeating this cicada queen goddess thing and saving his family once and for all. Yes, even Eustace.
Unfortunately.
So let that be a lesson to any who would encroach upon the Bag's humble farm. It has a protector.
He may be small and he may be scared, but standing up to our fears is what makes us brave in the first place. That's why his name is Courage.
Pause. Okay, I have no goddamn idea who's gonna win. Because it sounds like they're both pretty much unkillable. And... okay. They can both basically do anything and can't be killed. Oh boy. Based on everything they said, it sounds like Courage is a lot faster. You know, being able to, like, pilot that ship, like, across the Milky Way and, like just that fast. Whereas Scooby was able to, like, dodge lasers and, like, I think it was, like, radio waves that they said. So, like, light speed versus many times that. Though on the flip side, it sounds like Scooby's, like, just more powerful. Like, with the dance that destroyed the universe. Thing is, I know I should put a bet on someone, but part of me is like, what if it ends up being another Deadpool versus Pinkie Pie? But no, they don't really do that anymore. The thing is, like, both of them can pretty much, like, just... they could theoretically just turn this show, like... they could just turn it off. Basically, like, they both have fourth wall awareness and, like, can address the audience or just end the show. But if Courage is that much faster, it makes sense that he would be able to do it first. Plus I noticed it, like, in his arsenal, they gave him, like, the reality warping meteor. And of course, like, the bone which is irresistible to other dogs. So I want to say stuff like that, plus the speed advantage would give Courage the win. But if they were going to give it to Scooby, I would say it's just him being that much more powerful. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Courage. But hey, if I'm wrong, then alright. let's just put these back on and watch a cool fight. Play. Alright, the commands are set. Run the data through all possibilities. It's time for a test.
Oh, God, when I say it like that, it sounds...
I love how they cut him off. Because, yeah, it does sound messed up when you say it like that. Oh, man, these are good... Man, these are good voices. Oh, Jesus Christ! Okay, so they're both just running away from this. Okay, now they're fighting. Also, call back to Jack the Afro. Okay, that laugh, just fantastic. And regrow his head. There we go. Fucking hell. Have you ever dodged a laser by ripping yourself in half? Courage has. Oh, of course I have to do this. Imagine they open a door and it ends up in a different death battle.
There's one more thing.
What the f- Wait, were the dress colors a reference to Peach and Daisy?
How to defeat a great Dane with a speech impediment, eh?
What the f- Oh my god! The fact they pulled out... Yeah, okay. So much for that.
All dogs love their bones, don't they?
Oh, I forgot about the chest. Oh god!
Be bad. My name is Chad James. And it's not.
Oh god, he just ate that bone! Fucking hell! Oh my god. Oh, it's like Azura's Wrath!
Stupid dogs! You
Oh my god, they actually brought Eustace in. Oh, Jesus Christ! Well, he's dead. Wait, it's actually a draw?
Wait, what? Who won?
Wiz, as happy as I am to avoid on-screen dog murder, wasn't one of them supposed to die?
Not since the Great Norris Sancho Singularity event of
They referenced it.
result like this. It can't end like this, right?
Even with Courage's insane cosmic feats, you'd think the Zabrinsky Triangle would be enough to seal the deal. But both pooches could regenerate from basically any kind of physical damage.
Both were
Yeah, so they
in
couldn't
different ways.
really kill each
He was
other.
more of a trickster with his dupes, while Courage was a scheming genius. Computer could have given Courage the edge, if not for their canon crossover, where it failed to have solid information on Scooby and the gang.
So I guess it came down to their unique
Fair enough.
abilities. And for 90% of their arsenals, they were evenly matched. Transmutation, mind control, you get it. They're tunes with basically anything, except for the chest of demons and the dark matter meteor.
Sure, the chest could theoretically always trap Courage, but he'd always be able to escape and destroy it with the dark matter meteor.
But Scooby could repair the damage by reversing time and then trap him again.
And then Courage would break out again, you know where this
It'd just be an endless cycle.
Ultimately, this battle between man's best friends would never end.
But this is a death battle. Somebody has to die.
Someone did.
Eustace. Problem solved.
Someone did.
Didn't they tell you that you're kind of scary sometimes?
I don't like dog killers.
Scooby and Courage were
Fair enough.
incredibly tough opponents that could go blow for blow for blow. They were smart, powerful, and incredibly broken.
Doggone it, Wiz. I guess you could say Eustace had one hell of a rough day. Shih Tzu not. Oh, those were powerful.
Stop. This battle is a draw.
Alright. Fair enough. Congrats to both.
Voice of Wiz. Thank you so much for watching. We are about to announce the next episode.
Alright.
Before we do that,
What's
if you're not a
next?
Death Battle member yet, click the join button below. See what you're missing.
What we got? Oh my god, they're doing it. Jesus Christ. Okay, before I talk about that next time, I really, really enjoyed that episode. Like, just all the shenanigans and jokes. Like, and just all the, like, callbacks to, like, both cartoons. Like running back and forth and, like, opening the different doors. Like, okay, yeah, like, classic Scooby Doo. And man, props to just the animation as a whole. Like, Luis, you did such a good job with this fight. Like, goddamn. And also, like, the blending of, like, the 3D environment, like, it did look a little weird at times, but I think it, like, blended together really well. And I also just think that's a really cool way to just animate fights. Like, 3D background, 2D characters. Although they do that with, like, every sprite fight now, so why am I singling this one out? Also, like, Eustace in that suit, like, that is just genuine, like, nightmare fuel. Like, goddamn. But yeah, overall, great episode, I think. And next time, oh boy. Rick Sanchez versus the Doctor. Now, despite being British, I actually don't watch Doctor Who. Yeah. So I'm not too knowledgeable on the Doctor. I've got a friend who is. The friend of mine who was in my Build Discord reaction. Yeah, might have to talk to him about this and find out, like, all the crazy shit. Because I remember, like, this was a community death battle at one point, and the Doctor has, like, all kinds of crazy shit. Like, everything, like, he's ever used is just in the TARDIS, and he can just get it at any point. So, that's a thing to keep in mind. And meanwhile with Rick, how far in Rick and Morty did I get again? Like, I think it was like the first 3 seasons, and I kind of just fell off. I kind of just stopped for some reason. So yeah, next fight's gonna be something. Also, I've got friends who freaking love Rick, so I imagine they're gonna be hyped as all hell to find out these in the next episode. So yeah, I'll see you for that. And I'm just gonna go ahead and end this recording because I don't know what else to say, really. Thanks for watching, all of that stuff, and I keep forgetting which outro is next, so here you go. Bye.
Thank you for watching Your Only Mate. Tune in next time.